everyone, it's Di here from Di's Inn, and welcome to the last video for January. Where has January gone? My goodness, I cannot believe we are at the end of the first month. So this is the card we're going to make today. It's called a French door card, and it will stand up like this. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it opens up like a French door. So I did this one in Misty Moonlight because this was part of my colour creation blog hop that I go on, but today we're going to be doing this using some of the paper from Celebration. Now I think I showed you the paper last week, so let's pop this one on one side for a moment and I'll show you the paper again. So this is called Bloom's Impression, and this was the one we used last week, this lovely paper. And this is the one we're going to be using this week, which is Blackberry Bliss and Petunia Pop. So that's what we're going to be using, and as you can see, these have got such beautiful colours on the back of them. This is lovely green. Green is my favourite colour. That's a beautiful colour on the back of that one. I think that's the same as what we're using. Yes, so it's just nice and clear on the back. This is Melon Mambo, and I'm not sure what colour that is in there. I thought I said Petunia Pop, but it might be Flirty Flamingo, but I think it's Peach Pie in there. It's either Flirty Flamingo or Peach Pie. Beautiful on the back again, and I do love this one. This one is very pretty, and I do love this back here. This one is gorgeous there. So that's our paper we're going to be using again this week, and that is available until the end of February, and it is available free with every $100 per product order that you put in. So let me show you what you're going to need. So let me go through what we need here. We have our main card base. Let me bring down my instructions down here so I can read them, which is 5 7/8 by 4 1/8. Now for our layer 1, we need a piece of designer series paper. Now you need something that has got not directional on the back, because if you look at this one, you'll notice my direction is upside down there. It doesn't matter so much in this card because of the way it is. It just looks like it's been turned over, but it does look better if it's non-directional on the back. Now this measures 12 inches long by 5 3/4 of an inch. Then for our layers on the front, you will need one layer that measures 5 5/8 by 5 5/8. The next one is 5 3/8 by 5 3/8, and my last one, which is in white, measures 5 1/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, so I've done this in Blackberry Bliss and Petunia Pop. So now I've done some of the flowers, because I'm going to do the same design as what I did before, but I've done 3 of the flowers, but we'll do one together and I'll show you how it goes. And I've cut out my leaves. Now my insert measures 3 1/2 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Now this is smaller than we normally do, but I wanted to be able to show the inside of the paper so that it actually pops more, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to be using Happy Birthday out of Unbounded Love, along with May Your Wishes Come True, and we're going to stamp in Petunia Pop today. And then out of the Country Birdhouse, I'm actually using the dies. Oh my goodness, get over there. These 2 dies here, and this leaf die to make my flowers. And then I have some of these dots. These are Purple Fine Shimmer Gems, and they are going to look gorgeous on our card. So let's pop them out of the way, and these all out of the way, and we'll make that last flower up together when we get that far. So I pop them over there, and we're going to just, oh, I wonder what I did with those. And then we're going to just start with our main piece. So we want layer 1. We don't want anything else. This is the only bit of blah 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 blah, the only bit of scoring that we're going to do. Today we're going to score using the larger ball because we are using designer series paper, and we're going to score this at the 2-inch mark and the 4-inch mark and 8 inches and 10 inches. So that's all the scoring we're going to do. Now if you've got a directional paper, you need to make sure that you've got your direction in the correct orientation. So we're going to pull these back. And work out, once I've done this, I'm going to work out which side I want to be out and which side I want to be in, and then I can turn it accordingly. Now I think if I did it this way, it's going to look pretty boring, so I'm going to do it the opposite way. So I'm going to re-fold these the opposite way, and that is why it's good to work out which way you want in and which one you want out. And if you've got a directional paper for your outside, which is also going to be your inside, you need to make sure you've got it the correct way up. So we're going to make sure this is nicely, firmly down, because now what we're going to do is we're going to open it up again, and we're going to turn it over, and this is going to be my top, so I'm going to turn it on the side, and I'm going to mark down the side here 2 inches with my pencil, just like so. And then I'm going to do the same at the other end. So I'm going to just do it this way. Oh, I can't see that way. What am I going to do it? I have to do it this way. I will actually do it that way. I'm going to mark 2 inches down on both sides. So I've just put a pencil mark here and one on the back there. So I'm now going to bring in my trimmer. Move out the way, pencil, and I'm going to use a trimmer and bring it in so that that 2-inch mark there matches up with the score line at the next score line. So we want to make sure that it cuts off nicely like so. Now we can rub that mark off because we don't want it showing at all. And we're going to then turn this around and do exactly the same on the other side. So we've got our 2-inch mark there and our score line here, and we're going to cut that one off as well. So that's off of the bottom, not the top, off of the bottom. Oh, come on. No, it's not. It's off of the top. What am I talking about? It's off of the top, like so. So once it's closed, it looks like that. So these pieces here, we don't want to throw them out, because what we're going to do is we're going to glue one in that corner there and the other in this corner here. Now because of the way you cut it, it's always nice just to run your bone folder over that cut line so that it's not sticking up. And we're going to glue these into the corners. Now this will give stability to this piece of designer series paper. So let's pop this in. Let's hope my glue is going to work this week. And it really doesn't matter which side they go on, because they're both identical. So we're going to make sure that it's lined up across the bottom and the side here, so that it's, when you turn it over, you can't see it at all. And we do the same on the one on the other side. Oops. And we're going to put that in the corner again and make sure that it's lined up with the bottom and the side again. What this will do will give extra stability to the corners rather than cutting them off. so that it will stand nicer without being floppy. And it still looks like they've been cut off. So what do you think? Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? So we're going to bring in our main card piece, which is our 5 7/8 by 4 1/8, and we're going to glue this to this, or the other way around, whichever. Now, because there's only a 1/8 of an inch difference, you really need to be careful that you get it in the middle nicely. So we've got just that small border all the way around. And bring that open and pop that through the middle like so. And we virtually have our main card. And as you say, because it's only got that tiny little border all the way around, it stands up really lovely. Okay, so let's pop that on one side, and we're going to bring in our main insert piece, and we're going to stamp this with our saying, which is our may all your wishes come true. So I'm going to stamp that into the center of my piece there. While I've got the ink out, I'm going to actually do my white piece as well. So with my white piece, I'm going to pop it on the angle, and then to make sure that I've got the angle correct and not, you know, not on a funny angle, I'm just lining it up with all of the grid lines like so. And I'm going to stamp my happy birthday through the middle. That's it. So there's that piece is done. So we can pop that away and pop that up in there. We will glue this into the center of our card. Now, as you can see that there's a bigger border, and the reason for that is you just want to have a nice border. Now, you could actually get another piece of this Blackberry Bliss and put underneath it if you wanted to, but I didn't think it was necessary, so I didn't do that. I just thought there was enough colour in there without that. So let's pop that onto the inside of my card. I don't want to go over my words yet, just in case they're still a bit damp. Okay, so that's the inside of our card done. And we're ready to do our front panel now. So let's pop that piece out of the way, and we've got our other pieces here. And we're going to glue these two pieces together. So this is our 2 5/8 by 2 5/8 and our 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. Now, I found it easier to do it this way, so I'm going to show you, but you can put the next layer on if you want next. But I actually found it easier to put this onto my card before I put this layer on here. So we're going to bring back in our card, and we're going to pop that into the middle like so, so that this top and bottom corners are on the diagonal, and they line up with the join in the paper. Right, so we need to only put glue on one half, and we want it to be on the left half of the card. So I'm going to pop my glue just under the left half, like so. Bring my card back in, and I want to line it up so that it's in the middle there and in the middle here, so that it's got a nice even gap on all 4 of those sides. And by doing that and giving it a good push down, you can see that I didn't bring my glue right to that edge there, which is really, really good. So that's our card there, like so. Then we can pop this one on here with some dimensionals. Now I just found that it went on there so much better that way than trying to do it with the dimensionals on there. Oops. And then we can just pop that one right in the middle like so. Okay, so we've got our flowers here and our leaves. So I've already put 3 flowers together, so we need 4 flowers in all. So I did 2 in the pink, the petunia pop, and 2 in the blackberry bliss. And pop the bit of glue into the middle of each one and then put them on there, each one opposite to the other. So you've got 2 with the petunia pop at the bottom and 2 with petunia pop at the top. So I'm going to put the 2 petunia pop ones at the top with the blackberry bliss one in the middle and the other one at the bottom. This bottom one I'm actually going to glue on flat, so I'm actually going to put a bit of glue onto the back of this one along with my leaf. Oops, like so, and I'll put a bit more glue onto the back of that then. And I'm going to pop this one onto the bottom of my square there, like so. With my top ones, I'm actually going to put a small dimensional on the back of them. Oops, I only want 1 dimensional at a time, thank you. Turn that over. Okay, so we want this one in the middle because this is the one that's the odd one, which is then one of these each side. And then I'm going to glue my leaves one under this one and the other one under the other side. This is quite a quick and easy card to do, and I think it's a lovely card. It's actually very, very effective. Oh, we don't want that over the top of the happy birthday, do we? So we'll bring that up a bit higher. There we go. Alright, so then we're going to bring in our our embellishments. Now I think I'm going to go with the ones in the middle, which I'm not sure of the colours on these, but I think the ones in the middle look the best. So I'm going to put one in the middle of each flower. I've got a hair on that one. Like so. And because we've got an even number and we want an odd number, we will just put a couple more on. One there. And that will do. Just that one there. I think it's just enough to set it off. So what do you think? Now that card is called a French door card. It's very simple to make. And it does lay flat. As you can see, this one lays flatter than this one because this one's only just been made, so it's really springy still. But if you pop it over like so and pop something on it for a couple of days, it will actually lay flat, and it will lay flat to go in the envelope. It is an easy card to make, and I think it's actually very effective. It stands up beautifully, and I actually really enjoyed making this card. So if you've enjoyed today's card and you would really like the tutorial for this card, please head down below here to my Facebook group called Stamping. Oh gosh, I'm really having a break here. Called Die Stamp for Stamping, Crafting and Tutorials. If you would like to purchase any of these products, and these are all current products in the current annual catalogue, and the celebration item here is available until the end of February, then please contact me and I can help you with your purchase. And we'll see you all again next week. Bye for now.